broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, good morning, Tuesday, March 31st. You know what, people? This is why people leave their Christmas lights up year round. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. Okay, so today is a bunch of YouTube babble, which is probably the most fun thing to do because you get to watch yourself or things you care about on YouTube. And I know Deanna's got lots of good tips and tricks for us today. I wanted to talk a little bit about um, the way our groups. Let's not forget our Facebook groups. So just so you folks know, and if by the way, if you can't hear me or something, type in the chat box because I'm getting some weird feedback. Anyways, don't forget to join the Facebook groups. We're only going to have one more, I think, after this, one or two. I'm not 100% sure, and then we're going to change up the not only the presentations, maybe get a little bit more advanced, and always these social media um, platforms are changing, and we want to keep you up to date with those. So you're going to want to make sure you're in this group for sure this time so we can tell you the new upcoming webinars and how we're going to be doing that. So join that Stark and HomeSmart 10-week social media series, and then the HomeSmart Next Level training series. If you're new, and there looks like there's a lot of new people on today for YouTube because it's so popular, the Next Level training series I'm doing live right now at my HomeSmart office, and we're changing people's lives and income drastically. So the test has passed, and we're going to be doing the webinar series, and that's designed to take you from a normal 4 or 5 deals a year like most agents do across the country, and let's get you rocking it to over 50 deals a year. That's a long, drawn out class, but it's got everything you need to seriously succeed in this business. So make sure you go on Facebook and join those groups. And with that being said, we can move on to a little bit about us. And since there are so many new people on this call, my name is Mike Bjorkman, the broker owner of HomeSmart in Valencia, California, and Northridge, California. Those two locations are just north of Los Angeles by Magic Mountain, Six Flags. A lot of people, you know it that way. Deanna's on the line with me. Good morning, Deanna.
Good morning.
Hello. Deanna is my awesome social media manager. She's the one that takes care of all of our businesses, whether it's the property management company or the real estate pages. And I always like to tell people why, because I can't do it all myself. I love to play around on my personal Facebook, but that's enough time during the day to where I need help. So we bring Deanna to do this. Deanna's also a trainer and does seminars and workshops and all that good stuff. And that's how I got her to be able to help you good folks out with this series. She's got all the content. She knows it better than anybody I know. So we've invited her to do this. And then the reason I'm doing this is I want everybody to know about HomeSmart, and especially the new location in Northridge. We want to get as many agents to join our company as possible. You can see the slide there, 100% of your commission, small transaction fees, $49 a month. But the tools that HomeSmart offers is absolutely mind-boggling with the CRM, with the websites, the CMA tools, the buyer tools, the virtual tours uploaded to YouTube, the QR codes, the marketing, and don't forget the wonderful training that we put together. We have a new training program that I'm going to be releasing in the next couple of weeks that nobody knows about yet, and it's going to be something that'll be, of course, free to all of the HomeSmart agents. So with that being said, let's move into YouTube, and I want to talk a little bit about my experience with YouTube. If you don't know me, I'm a total camera whore. I love YouTube. I love getting in front of video because here's what I know. We're always going to be in this video revolution. I don't see an end to it, and I don't think you disagree with that, right, Deanna? I think video.
No, there's no end to it.
Yeah, if people like to see you or whatever you're trying to do online. So a funny thing happened, and I'll be the first to admit I probably have the #1 YouTube channel in my town as far as real estate agents go. There's well over 100 videos on there. Most of them I'm in, and we organize it and have a good time with it. But funny thing happened a couple years ago. As it grows, your search engine optimization grows, and people started finding me on YouTube. So if YouTube is, the #1 search engine under 35 years old, you probably want to be in it. So I started getting calls. People said, yeah, I was referred to you. I was thinking about selling my house. I went on YouTube. I saw your content, and I was convinced you're the right agent for me. So I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. So not only were people finding me there, but when people were referred to me, then they'd go searching around the internet, find my videos, and it validated that I was an industry leader and I did know what I was talking about because I was clearly telling them on video great free content, good information for them to learn, use, and share and pass on to others. So people are interviewing you on the internet all day long. If you don't have a YouTube channel and they can't find you, it's not that great. So if I'm going to sit here and tell you how many transactions a year I get, I don't know exactly, but I'll go out and say at least once a month would be a cold lead. Somebody finds me from YouTube and I can actually put their home on the market. And then countless others that are just using it to validate that I am a good industry leader. So with that being said, good morning, Deanna. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good
It's
morning.
all you now, girl.
Yay! Till you interrupt me. So YouTube has over 1 billion monthly users. And why this is important, a lot of people don't remember a time when YouTube and Google were not related to each other. They are all under the same wheelhouse. So in 2012, Google bought YouTube, and it was at that point where it was beyond startup potential. The people who started YouTube were sort of at their wits' end with management because it was so popular. And that's one of the things that I think that the popularity has steadily grown. I don't think that YouTube has seen a dip, and I think that what that is because there's so many creative ways to use YouTube in terms of video production. So we've seen video bloggers, which you probably, if you're anywhere on the internet, have heard them called vloggers. So people who sit down and they literally tell you about their day. They tell you about products they're reviewing. They tell you about fashion tips and, home and garden, do it yourself. I have found so many different types of YouTube channels out there that there's really endless potential no matter what your business is. If you're a real estate agent, the sky is the limit with the stuff that you can do. So Google and their partnership with YouTube has really changed the importance of video forever. And that's one of the things that I think we all just need to remember when you're thinking about putting together a video. You'll look through and there's some really great produced, Mike has a lot of really good well-produced videos, but that shouldn't deter you from getting on YouTube and putting something together. I've seen a lot of agents over the last couple weeks doing some really great little video snippets, adding those to Instagram, adding them to Facebook, if they're at an open house, if they're doing a walkthrough. I'm really excited with all the things I'm seeing the agents that I know are either participating or have participated in the past in these seminars. So don't be afraid to put together a video. So here's Stark's top 10 things. So we sat down last week and a bunch of us went to a training for YouTube, and here's the things that we took away that we wanted to make sure that we shared with everybody. You want to customize your channel. We talk about this a lot. We talk about branding. We talk about having a logo. If you're an individual agent, don't be afraid to use a tool like Canva to create something cool that represents you, using your headshot, using your name. There's so many ways that you can customize your channel and brand it specifically for you. And then you want to optimize that channel. And what does that mean? Well, what that means is you want to make sure that you've completed every single section that there possibly is. And I'm going to show you a couple of nooks and crannies that you really are going to want to make sure that you fill in that a lot of people don't realize are there. You want to write compelling titles. One of the things that I found working on the YouTube channel for SCV Leasing, Mike's property management company, is we found that the SEO is really driven by what's in the title, what's in the body, the description, and then also what the tags are. So we'll talk about tagging your video. But you really want to make sure that you're writing a compelling title that draws the attention of the user and makes them want to click. You want to make videos that are engaging. Now, this doesn't mean you have to have like Steven Spielberg quality production. So I don't want anybody to be shy and think, well, all I have is my iPhone, so I can't do this. That's just not the case. If you have an iPhone, if you have a really great Android that's got a good camera on it, if you have a tablet, any of those things, if you have a handheld camera that has a video component to it, you can make videos with any of those items, and you can make them engaging just by talking to your audience confidently and making sure that you're telling them